To our weekly feature, Citizen Planet. Now, it's been almost 4 months since the government led the national tree planting exercise across the country.
Questions have emerged on how impactful the day was, bearing in mind the amount of resources that were deployed. Cabinet secretaries and other government officials led the exercise on the 13th of November last year, but a follow-up on the progress in some counties paints a picture of neglect. And as Emily Chebet reports, conservationists have raised concern that if a proper plan is not in place to ensure the planted trees are well protected, the country risks losing its plot on the ambitious plan of 15 billion trees by 2030.
This is the situation at Aramaget area in Kapenguria, West Pokot County. On the 13th of November last year, this place was a beehive of activities. Health Principal Secretary and UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala led residents in a tree planting exercise. The harsh climatic conditions in this part of the country seem to be taking a toll on these trees and doing what was done with the hope of breathing new life into the surrounding.
Zimekuwa chache lakini mingi ndio sio sana sababu kwa sababu ya ukame hii nyingi zilikufa na chache ndio ziko.
During the inaugural tree planting day, President William Ruto led the delegation of state officials transported to various counties using choppers and fuel guzzlers with the aim of planting 150 million trees in one day, a move that sparked criticism from various stakeholders who faulted the program as a channel for wastage of government funds and that such programs should be spearheaded by the community and the county governments who are closer and would be easy to maintain and ensure trees grow to maturity.
Tunapenda mambo ya upandaji wa miti kulingana na vile tuko hapa sahi. Kama sio miti hata ukame ingekuwa mingi zaidi, so kupanda miti ni kitu ya maana.
Miti tulipanda lakini kwa sahi ukame iko ambaye inabidi serikali pia ifanye mpango na kuje wapate sisi kama wananchi ili waweze kutupa fedha kidogo tuweze kuchota maji ndio miti iweze kuwa vizuri.
Have you ever seen a tree planting day, National Tree Planting Day? It's better. I have been talking about it. Some of the excesses are reduced, but you go back to the allowances that have been given to the people to go to that site. The amount of money given is a lot, yet people are on duty. The number of cars and the emissions they're getting out there. Communities, you only buy them food for that one day and you disappear. And you wonder whether it is commensurate to this.
Conservationists say there is need for the government to engage the people and give them incentives to attain their goal. In places where water is not a big problem like Nyansaria Hills in Kisii County, trees seem to be fighting to survive, competing with other weeds that can easily choke the young trees. Those who were tasked with tending to the trees have since left, citing lack of payment.
Mimi ndio niko active, kuna wengine lakini wametoroka. Mimi nafumilia hapa kwa sababu hakuna kulipwa. Mimi nafumilia tu kwa sababu niko karibu hapa. Kwangu ni hapa chini. Huwezi fanya kazi bure bila pesa yenyewe ya Mungu. Hata kama nakisikia huwezi fanya kazi bila pesa, lakini ukinipatia kitu kidogo hata mimi nitafurahia. Kwa sababu nasaidia maisha, niko na watoto wako shuleni.
We started on a wrong footing on matters of environmental conservation. When you talk about trees particularly, so that numbers are quickly made up to make sure and to show that there is an increase. The teams that are supposed to be doing this, a scientific approach sometimes, including just to show that you are doing something. Yet, we are not connecting with the communities.
In places where private institutions or serious parastatals are keen on environment, the story is different.
Siku hiyo ya kupanda miti, mwezi wa 11, kulikuwa wakati wa mvua. Na hata wakati tumeenda huku kujionea tumeona kulingana na ile rate ama the percentage, it is like 95 to 96%. Ile imechika na tunaendelea kuitunza na tumeweka watu wa kuitunza ili iendelee kukua.
It is the responsibility of the government to take care of the forests. How do you deal with this in a manner that is sustainable? How do communities work, even as in the adjacent areas in the communities, so that it's practical? But above all, show people how they can make money. They will go in that direction in a way that you have never believed. I have presented purchasing of a Mercedes out of seedlings. Show people, life is not about Mercedes, life is about your aspirations. And therefore show the people that your aspirations can be met through this small project of 56 billion trees.
Kenya Forest Service and Kenya Wildlife Service officers who are at the center of the whole process have cited neglect, leading to a demoralized team that cannot execute the mandate fully. Stakeholder engagement has been cited as one of the best ways to tackle this problem.
Hiyo sasa itabidi serikali watafute manasari kuwe mingi katika area hii. Ndio hata watu wapate miti ya mtu binafsi anaenda kupanda kwake, ama zingine zinaweza pandwa kwa mashule, ndio kila mtu ajue amepanda miti.
That ownership that grows to a community that is planting trees equivalent to their age, that there is a number, there is a target, there is a direction that can lead eventually to a project that can be a community project that is owned, and they receive payment out of carbon credits and other activities, where seedlings are grown and communities are able to align to this.
The first tree planting holiday was a positive step the government took in an ambitious goal to add 15 billion more trees on Kenyan soil by 2030. However, to make it a reality, it is clear the goodwill has to extend beyond a national holiday. Emily Chebet, Citizen TV.